Week 25, Rhetoric Level. As early as December of 1863, Lincoln had sketched his plan for reuniting the nation after the conflict ended. His simple plan would have allowed Southern states to reenter the Union if they had 10% of their voters, based on the voters who had participated in the 1860 election, willing to take an oath of allegiance to uphold the Union. Such a state could then form a new government and adopt a new constitution, which must necessarily prohibit slavery. Lincoln's plan was lenient. He didn't want to provoke the South to lasting bitterness or cause further disunity between the sections. In May 1865, President Johnson announced his Reconstruction Plan. Johnson offered pardons to all Southern whites except the main Confederate leaders and wealthy Confederate supporters. Johnson refused point-blank to pardon Generals Lee and Longstreet or former President Jefferson Davis, who was imprisoned for 2 years after the war. The defeated Southern states were to hold conventions, form new state governments, and elect new representatives to Congress. The new state governments had to abolish slavery and vow loyalty to the Union before they would qualify for readmission. Johnson's plan did not offer blacks any role in the process of Reconstruction or guarantee any civil rights to them. Clinging closely to a strict interpretation of his beloved Constitution, Johnson thought that the Southern states should determine the role that blacks should have for themselves. During the summer and fall of 1865, new state governments were organized throughout the South, according to Johnson's plan. White Southern leaders did not allow blacks to vote. Intent on maintaining their political and social dominance, the new state government soon passed a series of laws called the Black Codes. Collectively, these laws kept blacks in an oppressed, subservient position, while whites retained fiscal and social power over them. Freedmen frequently suffered from violent attacks or intimidation by Southern whites. Taking the law into their own hands, many Southern whites formed a secret organization called the Ku Klux Klan in 1865 or 1866, which soon spread across the South. Intent on preventing blacks from exercising social or political rights, they threatened, beat, and even murdered blacks who dared to resist them and their white sympathizers. Finally, the new Southern governments that formed under Johnson's plan sent many of those who had been Confederate leaders or officials to Congress when it reconvened in the late fall of 1865. They didn't get far, however. Any representative who had ever played a part in the rebellion was denied a seat in Congress by the Republican majority in Washington.